Welcome to the Pennsylvania Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few reminders before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so please be sure to sign up for more. The presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. And now I'd like to turn it over to our presenters. And first up is the New Jersey Institute of Technology. My apologies, it looks like we lost the New Jersey Institute of Technology. We're here. We're gonna move on to Robert Morris University. Thank you.
I'm just gonna share my screen really quick. Can everyone see that?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Arlie. I'm one of the undergraduate admissions counselors at Robert Morris University. These are just some beautiful photos of our campus. We are located in Moon Township, PA, which is about 20 to 30 minutes outside of Pittsburgh. Just some facts and figures about us. We have around 5,000 total students, with 3,500 of those being undergraduates. And 83% of those students do live on campus. So while we do have quite a few commuters, the majority of our students do live on campus. Our motto is, big enough to matter, small enough to care. Our average class size is around 22. So if you're looking for those small class sizes, you're definitely going to get it here. And that one-on-one attention from your professors, the ability to ask questions, and also have meetings with them, get to know them, which is great for connections, future job opportunities, things like that. And we do have a 92% placement rate for students after graduation, either getting a job in their field of study or pursuing a master's. We have over 80 academic programs across our 4 different schools. They're all listed here, but as I mentioned earlier, the main attraction here is your assigned academic advisor that is a professor within your major. For example, if you're an accounting student, you're going to have an accounting professor academic advisor, and all of our professors have previous industry experience. That's part of the requirement so that they can become a professor at Robert Morris. So you're going to get those connections to an internship or a specific company that you want to work for. All of our professors are there to get you with those connections. Our admissions process. So this little picture here says that we're still accepting fall 2021 applications, but we are accepting fall 2022 applications now. You can see here our application is free. We love free at rmu.edu/apply. You can also use the Common App or the Coalition app, whatever is easiest for you. Essays and letters of recommendation are not required, but if you submit them, we will look at them. It can help if you're on the borderline of a major that you're interested in, so that the department head and the admissions counselors can take a deeper look at your application. We are rolling admissions, so once we have your application and your transcript, we can get you a decision within 7 to 10 days. We were test optional for last year, and I hope that process will continue for our fall 2022 applicants. We have various scholarship opportunities as well. Once you apply, you're automatically eligible for one of our merit scholarships. This is just based off of your GPA, and they range from $8,000 per year to $16,000 per year. And those do change every year, so I expect them to change for our fall 2022 students. And I do encourage you to apply early because there's a couple invite-only scholarships that you can take advantage of. For example, our presidential full tuition scholarship that has deadlines in December. So it's good to apply early, be accepted so that you can take full advantage of that opportunity. And we do have a new full tuition scholarship called our Next Century Scholarship. The co-founder of Netflix, Reed Hastings, offered us, I think at least for the next 5 years, 5 full tuition scholarships each year for minority students interested in STEM fields and computer science related fields. That's full tuition, room and board, books, everything covered. So that's a really cool opportunity that our students have been taking advantage of this year. We also have different external scholarships and need-based scholarships just based off of your FAFSA information. And then some specialty programs as well, like our honors program and our women's leadership and mentorship program that also have deadlines in around December, January in order to apply and be accepted to those and receive those scholarships. So apply early. That's all that I have, but I wanted to be sure to leave my information so that you can reach out to the admissions office. If you call the 412 number, you will get our admissions office directly. So definitely give us a call. I'd love to give you some more information about our school, different programs. We are open for in-person tours. So if you want to come take a look at our campus, meet with an admissions counselor, meet with a professor in person, definitely reach out to us and we can set that up. Thank you.
Excellent, thanks very much. And next up will be the New Jersey Institute of Technology.
Hi, everyone. So let me just share the presentation. So my name is Joanna Marmello. I am one of the admissions recruiters here at the New Jersey Institute of Technology. Just some general information about our institution. We are located in Newark, New Jersey. I'll talk more about the campus in a little bit. We're primarily a STEM school. Within our university, we have 6 different colleges. We have our School of Management, our College of Computing, our College of Architecture and Design, College of Engineering, and even though we are a STEM school, we do also have a College of Science and Liberal Arts, which has a lot of cool majors. These majors are definitely going to be taught with a more technology-focused twist, so it'll be different from what you may see at a typical liberal arts school. NJIT also does have an honors college, and if you're interested in that, definitely let me know, and I can get you the information for that. So we are considered a medium-sized school. We have over 125 different degree programs, both on the bachelor's and graduate level. We have over 115 different research labs and centers on campus. We're an R1 classified school, meaning we have the highest level of research available at a university. We're only one of 3 schools in New Jersey with that classification, so something we're definitely proud of. While we are a medium-sized school, we try to keep our student to faculty ratio as small as possible. So right now it's about a 17-to-1 with the average class size being about 25 students. And with that medium size classification, we enrolled about 8,500 undergraduates last fall. These are just some of the rankings we've received in the last couple of years. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I would like to point out that we were ranked #1 nationally for student upward economic mobility. And what that means is we're helping our students achieve new heights in terms of their economic status. That's something that we really do work hard on, making sure the return on investment is as high as possible. And we were really excited to get that ranking last year. So as I mentioned before, we are located in Newark, New Jersey. If you know anything about the area, we're extremely close to New York City, Jersey City, Hoboken. So all of these locations are prime places to find internships and co-ops and hopefully your full-time jobs. Even within the city of Newark, we've seen such a boom of companies coming in from New York to start their headquarters here. So we're definitely seeing a big uptick in opportunities right in our community. So we're also super close to the airport. If you're someone who maybe wants to do a study abroad program or you want to get away for the weekend with some friends, it's super convenient, only 5 miles away. And then right in Newark, we have our New Jersey Performing Arts Center, Prudential Center, Branchburg Park, and then in the community of Newark, there's so many great places to eat. So we just like to highlight some of these awesome things that Newark has to offer. If you are someone looking to live on campus, we do have Residence Life. There are 6 different Residence Life options on campus, as well as making sure that our campus life in general is super vibrant with over 140 different clubs and organizations, very identity-based, and we also make sure it's really easy to create something new if you haven't really found that one thing that gets you excited. We also do have Greek life on our campus. We're by no means a go Greek or go home university, but I do like to say it's there. I think it's a great place to start networking and growing those leadership skills. And then it's definitely a great support system. NJT is also a Division I athletic school with 19 different Division I sports. We also have club and intramurals if Division I is just a little too competitive for you. But if you are an athlete or thinking about maybe coming on as a walk-on, let me know and I can get you in touch with the appropriate coaches so you can start having those conversations. For our out-of-state students, you'll be looking at a tuition about $33,000 a year, with room and board being about $13,000 on top of that. And while those numbers can look a little bit scary, I will say about 80% of our students are receiving some kind of financial aid, whether it's need-based through the FAFSA or merit-based based on your academic profile. So we have maintained SAT and ACT test optional. So when it comes to merit scholarships, we're really going to be just looking at how you've performed in high school and any other extracurriculars. We won't really be looking at test scores to make sure it's fair for those folks who are not submitting their test scores. So the great thing about NJIT is we're really making the next generation of leaders. These companies here, if you're interested in working for one of these major companies, we can get you there. Our career development services works really hard to make sure that any and all opportunities that are out there will get in the hands of our students who are really looking for them. So, every year we have career fairs, they help with mock interviews, resume reviews. They really are doing everything that they can to make sure that your dreams are coming true. So again, this is a very short list of companies that are constantly coming to us asking for more of our graduates because they know that we're developing students that are well educated and ready to work and take on any challenges that the industry is going to have in the future. So just some deadlines and important admissions criteria to know. For our first years, we are looking for about a 3.0 unweighted GPA, so that'll be out of 4. As I mentioned earlier, we are remaining test optional for the following year. I don't know what it's going to look like for the year after that, but at least for fall 22, we are going to maintain test optional. If you do decide to submit those scores, we're looking for about a 1370 or above for the ACT, an 1170 and above for the ACT, and a 23 and above for the ACT. You'll also need to submit your transcripts and a letter of recommendation. And just some deadlines to note, we are rolling admissions, so we do accept applications until March 1. Currently, we are still accepting applications, so if you are a senior thinking about applying to NJIT, definitely do so. And then for our honors program, that deadline is a hard February 1. We also do have 2 early action dates, November 15th and December 15th, if you want to hear back a little sooner. For transfers, we're looking for a 2.8 out of 4 GPA with all of your college transcripts, as well as a chemistry and pre-calc or a physics might be required. And then those deadlines would be June 1 for the fall semester and November 15th for the spring semester. So that's basically all I have. We are doing on-campus and virtual events for the summer, and I think it's going to also continue to have those virtual event options for the fall semester. I'm going to pop my information in the chat, but feel free to reach out. This is the general contact information for the admissions department, but I'd be very happy to connect with you one-on-one. So definitely take note of my contact in the chat. Thank you.
Great, thanks very much. Next up is Pennsylvania College of Art and Design.
Hi, everybody. My name is Natalie Pacheco. I'm one of the admissions counselors here at the PA College of Art and Design. And first off, oops, one sec. There we go. PCAD was founded in 1982 by Artists for Artists. We offer Bachelor's of Fine Art degrees in animation and game art, fine art, graphic design, illustration, photography and video, live experience design, and we are a micro college of about 300 students and located in the heart of Lancaster City. And we, because of our size, PCAD is a close-knit community. This allows our students to have experiences that best suits their needs. And our state-of-the-art classrooms is where all the magic happens and where our students learn to become strong artists. And then just to talk a little bit about our faculty bring real-life experiences into the classroom, and they offer networking opportunities and professional projects. Faculty members mentor and meet our students creatively and professionally. The foundation year here at PCAD is sort of like a creative exploration. You'll learn essential skills and concepts to help prepare for your intended major. And then studio classes include 2D design, drawing, 3D design, and digital imaging, as well as your liberal classes, which are crucial in making connections globally and historically. Thus, liberal arts classes focuses on these areas. And PCAD is offering a minors program starting this fall, and it is structured in a way to earn a minor within the 4 years. And then we'll start with our departments. So animation and game art. So in today's increasingly digital world, animation and game art are in high demand, and careers include animation, 3D modeling, visual development, storyboarding, game development, and more. And then next we have our fine art. Fine artists are independent thinkers and possess high levels of motivation and a commitment to learning. They also learn how to conceptualize as visual thinkers. And then next we have our graphic design department. Graphic design is effective visual communication that meets the needs of clients and tells others about products and services. Examples in this industry include logos, web work, app design, packaging, print and motion media. And then next we have our illustration department. Illustrators develop a strong personal style and dynamic images. They work in a wide range of fields from editorial, children's book illustration, graphic novel, comics, character development, and concept art for film, television, and gaming. And then next is the photography department. Photography program here at PCAD teaches students about current practices, technologies, and hardware. They get to learn how to both use the digital photographic process as well as the traditional photography making. And they engage in studio electives that teach them about commercial and fine art photography and video. And then next is our newest major that I unfortunately don't have examples for, but it is our live experience design. And live experience design is structured and designed to prepare artists to work in a wide range of disciplines that fall within this industry. Examples include live celebration during halftime shows, rock concert scenery and backdrops, theatrical stage performances, and they teach you sound and lighting design, the art history within this industry, and fabrication and material design. And then the city of Lancaster, with all of the artistic activities and experiences here in the city, it's kind of become our extended campus. Students who live downtown are within roughly 3 to 5 blocks from the college, roughly at max a 15-minute walk. And student housing is provided by PCAD for all students throughout the 4 years that they are here. And then these are just some examples of some of the apartment complexes that PCAD sponsors for our students. And then, so if you're interested in applying, some of our requirements are our portfolio, which is 8 to 10 pieces of recent original work, with at least 2 of them being observational drawings, so drawings from life, a still life, a self-portrait. Next, we have our personal statement, which is 250 to 500 words, stating why you love making art and what you hope to learn at PCAD, and then official transcripts from your high school. And we are currently test optional, and we do have rolling admissions, so you're more than welcome to start your application as soon as possible. And I just wanted to leave behind our social media handles if you're interested in what we're doing online. If you're ever interested in contacting us, you can use the admissions@pcad.edu email, which will connect with one of the admissions counselor here at PCAD. And we are also doing in-person tours as well. If you're welcome to come to, if you're more than welcome to come to the college.
Excellent, thanks very much. Next up is St. Francis University.
All right, can you see my screen all right, Matt?
Yes, we can.
All right, And it's the St. Francis University one, right?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, thank you everyone for attending. Panelists included. It is great to see everybody in another virtual setting. So just a little introduction to St. Francis University. If you're not familiar, St. Francis University is located in Loretto, Pennsylvania, which is a little, maybe about an hour and a half to 2 hours away from Pittsburgh, a little bit more eastern then. So somewhere between Pittsburgh and State College, you can find us up on top of the mountains. So it's an absolutely beautiful campus, and it is also one of the oldest Catholic universities in the nation, and it is the oldest Franciscan institution in the country. And since 1847, we have been following just about the same principles as we teach and educate our students. So it's a pretty wonderful place, and if you haven't been, we are open to visits, and I would highly recommend doing this tour with us. We are in person, but we also do virtuals. We are open Mondays through Saturdays for events, so hop online at francis.edu to schedule a visit with us. So just a little information about us. I don't want to keep everyone too long, so I'm just going to go through our flash facts. That is titled based off of our mascot, the Red Flash. Please don't ask me what it is. We don't have a good answer. That's all right. So our campus is about 600 acres. However, it is about 50% of that would be a golf course. We have a beautiful 9-hole golf course and a whole lot of outdoor areas for you to participate in hiking, biking, and all sorts of other outdoor activities. The rest of campus is all pretty closely put together, so that way you're not outside too much if it's snowing or raining, but it's also all very, very close together, so you will never walk more than maybe 10 minutes to get from one end of campus to the other. So I personally like that. I think it's nice, especially if it's cold outside or hot outside. You're able to stay out of the weather for too long between classes. But then when it is nice, you get to go out and enjoy it, all the rest of the property. We enroll around 2,000-ish students. About 1,600 to 1,700 of them will be undergraduate students, the rest being graduates. So along with undergraduate and graduate programs, we have direct admit programs from high school to grad. So if you're interested in doing an accelerated program like a 5-year physician assistant program or 5-year physician associate program, I should say, we have one of those, which is nationally ranked and an awesome program. Other health science programs that we have is a accelerated occupational therapy program, a accelerated physical therapy program, whether a 3+3 program or 4+3, dependent on how quickly you want to get it done, and also dependent on your grades going into that application process. We've just recently introduced a 3+1 undergraduate to Masters of Business Administration degree. So if you're interested in going into the business field with an MBA, but only taking 4 years to do it, you can pursue that at St. Francis now. So we are also with those, we are not test optional with those accelerated programs, but for the rest of our programs, we will be test optional for this year and for next year included. So we're excited about that. We really enjoyed how our test optional system went this year, and I don't foresee us going away from that model. So pretty exciting, especially if you don't like a standardized test. Now our demographic breakdown, we're about 63% female, 37% male. So it's a little outweighed on our female side, but that's all right. We are seeing a lot of different growth in those demographics. So definitely something worth checking out to come see us on campus. So program wise, we've got around 60 programs altogether, and that is doctorate, master, and bachelor's all included. We have around 50 undergraduate programs, and we also have incorporated a bunch of other online programs with our Francis Worldwide School. So if you're interested in pursuing an undergraduate degree or a graduate degree online, you can pursue that with St. Francis online through Francis Worldwide. We retain around 85% of our first year students, which is awesome. We like to say we recruit alumni, we don't recruit first year students, and that shows with how many tend to stick around which is super exciting for us. And we really do have a great community that we like to take care of and make sure that they're doing all right. We will graduate around 70% of those incoming students in those 4 years, which is above the national average, which we are very proud of. Our student to faculty ratio is around 13-1, and we have around 131 full-time faculty to get that 13-1 ratio. Our faculty are probably one of the absolute best parts about St. Francis. They're very helpful, an outstanding group of individuals that really make sure our campus is taken care of and you get a great education out of it. There's a lot of other great facts about St. Francis that we probably don't have much time to share, which is all right. That's why I would encourage scheduling a visit with us. Just quick little things to know. We are D1, even though we are small, so our athletics, D1 is pretty cool. We get to offer athletic scholarships and also participate at pretty high levels of competition. We are a Greek life campus, but if you're not interested in Greek, we also have a bunch of other clubs and organizations to participate in. So if you have questions, please contact our admissions office at admissions@francis.edu, or just go to francis.edu admissions and you can pull up any of our admissions counselors and we'll be more than happy to help you. So thank you so much for participating in this event tonight, and thank you for having me.
Excellent. Thanks very much. Our next institution is the University of New Haven.
Hi, everyone. My name is Julia. I'm with the University of New Haven. Thank you for having me today. We are located in West Haven, Connecticut, even though we are the University of New Haven. We were originally founded on Yale University's campus, downtown New Haven in 1920, and then started to grow, so we expanded to the suburbs of West Haven. You could see we are right on the shoreline there, but we're about 5 miles from downtown New Haven, right in between Boston and New York City. So our shuttle will take you to the train station in both West Haven and New Haven if you want to take a trip to either city. There's also a bus station in New Haven that our shuttle runs to if you want to take a trip and go somewhere on the bus. What's really awesome is junior, senior year, if you wanted to live off campus, there are some houses right on the beach that students can rent out, which is a really cool experience. And the shuttle also runs to the beach when the weather gets a little bit warmer out. We're a mid-sized university, so about 5,000 undergraduate students. So put that into perspective, not too big, not too small. We also have 22 as the average class size at the university. So really going to want to engage with your professor. You're not just going to be a name or a number in the classroom. The professor is going to get to know you. If you miss class for some reason, your professor might shoot you an email, check in on you, make sure everything's all right, and you're really able to connect with your classmates. We have over 100 different academic programs at the university. So if you're looking into a certain major, or maybe you're not sure what major you're interested in, we do have a lot to choose from. We have our College of Arts and Sciences. A unique major from our College of Arts and Sciences is Marine Bio or Marine Affairs. We have our School of Health Sciences, our Pompey College of Business we just added an esports program as both a major and concentration under business management. We have our Tagliatelle College of Engineering, and we are most well known for our Henry C. Lee College of Criminal Justice and Forensic Science. 97% of our students from the class of 2019 within 6 months of graduation were either working in a field related to their study or were enrolled in graduate school. So you're not just going to graduate with your degree and not know where you want to go on to. We're going to make sure you're getting that experience through either research that is faculty mentored, doing some type of internship, so you have those skill sets to put on your resume. So when you graduate, you can either start your career or go on to graduate school. You can pair up with our Career Development Center, which is ranked 17th in the nation. Once you're a graduate of the university, no matter how many years out after you graduate, you can still come back as long as you're an alumni, and they'll help you with cover letters, interviewing skill, resumes, all different types of things. That's why they're ranked on the top of the top. We also have 200 different clubs and organizations on campus. So we like to say board is not an option. There's a lot to choose from, both professional clubs, religious, volunteer, athletics, music clubs, and many more. If there's a certain club or organization that we don't offer and you're interested in, all you need is 5 other students and you could start your own club. This kind of gives you a visual of some of the different activities we have in our student life. So we do offer Greek life, roughly about 13% of our student body. So not too many students partake in Greek life, but we do offer it. We have the largest growing marching band in the Northeast, roughly around 300 members, and they do give out scholarship. We have a cheer team, dance ensembles, we have theater programs and a student-ran record label. And we have a radio station as well. Roughly around 100 students participate in the radio station every year. Podcasts are really big right now. So if you wanted to hop on the radio station on a Friday night and do a talk show with your friends, you can definitely do so. All you need to do is take a one credit course, shows you how to work all the machinery and equipment, and you can work at our radio station. We do offer study abroad. Something unique about our study abroad program, you can go as early as your freshman year. We have a campus in Prato, Italy, which is that yellow building in the top right. To the left are crime scene investigation students, so doing very hands-on work while you're over there. But you're only in class Monday through Thursday, and on Fridays, the university plans free of charge excursions. So very cool if you're interested in study abroad. If you didn't want to go to our Prato, Italy campus, you can meet with our study abroad office, and they'll help you get to where you want to go. We also have athletics. We are a Division II school, part of the NEC conference. We have both men's and women's athletics. We do offer scholarships. So these are merit-based scholarships based off GPA, class rank if you have one, and test scores if you do choose to submit them. However, we are test optional. There are some additional scholarships. The first two are self-explanatory. The Pompeii scholarship is going to be for our business students, and the portfolio scholarship is going to be for our music and art students. We do have some on-campus visiting opportunities at the moment, as well as virtual visiting opportunities. So you can come for an admissions one-on-one session where you'll go for a campus tour after you get an info session on campus with an admissions counselor. We have some nights with financial aid and admissions, virtual events as well. So feel free to book an appointment. You can register right on newhaven.edu/visits, and you'll be able to register for any of our upcoming visits on campus. I thank you very much for taking time out of your day, and I hope everyone has a great night.
Thank you so much. Next up is Binghamton University, Suny.
All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Douglas Harrington. I am an admissions counselor here for Binghamton University, part of the State University of New York system. If you give me 1 second here, I'm going to work on sharing my screen. Hopefully you should see my presentation now. Do you guys still see my Binghamton University presentation?
We can, but you're in presenter mode.
Yeah. I hate sometimes I have multiple screens and screen sharing. It's never fun. Give me 1 second here. I have not been able to figure it out yet. We're just back in the office this week for the first time in a long time. So I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're just going to do it from here. So as I mentioned, we're part of the State University of New York system, or the Suny system. If you've heard of us, we are one of 64 different schools, a part of the Suny system. And out of all 64, we are ranked #1. So we're very, very proud of where we've come in the last couple of years. So just a little overview of where we are located. You know, it's certainly #1 question here. So here at Binghamton, we're actually only located around 20 minutes over the Pennsylvania border into New York. You can see that we're very centralized to a lot of metro areas in the Northeast. You have New York, that's 3 hours, Philly, 3 hours, Boston, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, around 5. And you also have smaller cities like Syracuse, Scranton, and Ithaca. They're only about an hour away. So it really helps, you know, when not only things to do on the weekends, but also when it comes time to full-time jobs and internships and everything like that. We have over 145,000 active living alum, two-thirds of which actually live and work in the New York City metro and the Philadelphia metro areas. So since we're so close, they certainly love to help out and recruit and help out our students as much as they possibly can. So here at Binghamton, just a little overview of our numbers and everything like that. You can see that we are a nice mid-sized institution. We're not a super big 50,000 student school, but we're also not a super small liberal arts college either. You can see here that we have about almost 14,000 undergraduate students. We do have about 18,000 in total. You can see there that our first year retention rate is about a 92%, which is actually one of the highest rates in the entire country. So students who do come to Binghamton, they certainly love it, and they do want to continue their education here. And you can see our GPA and test scores as well. We are hoping to be test optional again for this upcoming fall. We are certainly waiting on Suny's decision in order to move forward with that. So here at Binghamton, we do have over 140 different majors and programs broken up into 6 different schools of study. We do have our Harper College of Arts and Sciences. All of your social sciences, physical sciences, maths, languages, fine arts are housed there. Our College Community and Public Affairs, which houses our human development and our brand new Bachelor's of Social Work program. We have our Decker College of Nursing and Health Sciences, a fantastic direct entry nursing program that we do have here. We are one of the top nursing programs in all of New York State. We have our School of Management, which is one of the top 10 public business schools in the entire country, where we have accounting and we have business administration. In terms of accounting, we are actually the #1 feeder into the Big 4 accounting firms in New York. We have our Thomas J. Watson College of Engineering and Applied Sciences, where we have 5 different engineering majors and computer science. And we have our School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences. So brand new, and you can come, or brand new as in 2017, I should say. And it is a doctoral program, so you come and get your PharmD right here on Binghamton's campus. Now, before moving on, I certainly love to point out how Binghamton does have its first Nobel Prize winning professor on our campus that you can see on your right-hand side there, Dr. Stanley Whittingham. He is one of our chemistry professors, and he is actually credited with inventing the lithium-ion battery. So without him, all this virtual stuff that we're able to do nowadays with your computers, your phones, everything like that wouldn't be able to work. So we're incredibly lucky to have him on our campus. And of course, we do have over 50 different accelerated fast track programs and different pre-professional programs as well. Something about Binghamton is that we are an R1 research institution, so we do have an abundance of different research opportunities available to you, including some amazing first-year research opportunities. So we do have our first-year research immersion program, or FRI, where it's one of only 4 programs in the entire country that does allow students to start conducting research right from your first semester. It's a 3-semester program. First semester, you're more focused on research methods and how to conduct research at a college level. Second 2 semesters, you're really in a specific stream, working on in your labs. And we've had several students come into this program with 0 research experience that have actually ended up being published by the end of their first year. So amazing opportunities to work very hands-on right from the very beginning. And once you graduate, you're free to conduct your own research or latch on to a professor or anything like that. So FRI is geared more towards the physical sciences and the engineering fields, while the Source Project, which is something that we created a little bit a few years ago, same situation. It's 2 semesters with 6 streams. Just geared more towards the social sciences and the humanities. So just really trying to expand it to include as many different students from as many different backgrounds as we possibly can. But of course, you're not just focused on academics here at Binghamton. You don't want to be that person who spends 24/7 in the library. I know them, they're no fun. You go out and explore. We do have over 450 student-run groups and organizations, ranging from performance to professional to volunteer to almost anything that you can think of. We are Division I here at Binghamton. We do have 21 Division I teams, baseball, basketball, softball, lacrosse, soccer. It's a lot of fun to attend any one of our games. It's free for our students to attend any games for any one of those. Of course, we have different music and theater performances. I myself was part of a student-run theater company on campus, and it was a lot of fun. We have museums. We have downtown Binghamton, which is only around 10 minutes away. We're a smaller city, around 45,000 people. We certainly have everything that a city has: theaters, art galleries, museums, 2 professional sports teams, and it's just a great atmosphere that we do have here at Binghamton. And of course, something I always love to point out here at Binghamton is that we are actually #1 for sustainability research here in the country. Being a part of Binghamton's campus, you actually do have access to a 190-acre nature preserve that sits right on our campus, with a 60-acre lake that sits right in the middle of it. It's absolutely beautiful, especially in the fall when the leaves change. There's miles of hiking trails and biking trails that you can just go, take some time for yourself, de-stress, and get away from it all. So we have our nature preserve, we have a farm on our campus, plus so much more. So with that, please feel free to ask us any questions. There's different live chat opportunities, one-on-one appointments, information sessions, virtual tours. That's the nature preserve there in the background. So please feel free to reach out. You can see my email address here. And as an out-of-state student, your total cost of attendance is around $44,000 all in. But all of our merit scholarships are reserved for our out-of-state students. So, and I will leave it with that and turn it back over.
Great, thank you very much. So that wraps up our presentations. We now have a few minutes for some Q&A with our presenters. So I'll ask all of our presenters to come back on camera and respond to this question. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And if you all could respond in the same order that you presented, that would be great.
I will go first. My biggest piece of advice to students going through the college search process is to ask questions. All of us here can probably agree that we love answering questions. That's why we're here. That is our purpose for our college and university, is to help you and help you make a smart college decision. No matter where you go, you're going to get a good education. So just make sure that it's a good fit by asking questions. A lot of admission counselors are actually alumni of the school, so we can give you firsthand experience of what it's even like to be a student. So definitely utilize us. Our information is 100% of the time always on the website. So reach out, call, do a Zoom meeting, ask any and all the questions that you have, because that's why we're here.
Yeah, I have to agree with everything that Arlie said. I would also say it's really important to see the campus. Even if you think you're not going to really vibe with the school as much as you think, once you come to campus, it's a whole different ball game. So, now that things are starting to open up and we're going back into in-person, I would definitely take full advantage of the fact that we can start being together in the same spaces and go on as many campus tours as you can, because you'll really get a feeling of whether or not this is going to be your home for the next 4 or 5 years.
Did not turn on my video for the last one, but I 100% agree. It's always best to always get a feel for the college that you have in mind, just to get kind of an understanding if this is the right fit for you. That way you don't have to spend the 4 years, and especially the last 2 years, kind of find that it wasn't the best fit and you weren't getting the best college experience that you thought you would.
So I'm going to piggyback off of all the previous comments. But so when doing in-person tours, which I'm so excited that it's happening for everybody now. I think last year, so many people missed out on opportunities, but now with everything opening up, see as many as you can, but don't forget to take notes while you're there. Because if you visit over the summer, I guarantee by the time you're applying to schools or maybe trying to make a decision, you haven't been there, you're going to be like, oh, wow, I really liked visiting St. Francis. I really liked everything that happened at New Haven. I don't know how to choose now. But if you go back and take all the things that you liked, all the things that you didn't like, you'll have a nice little notebook filled with information to help kind of finalize that decision. And we'll be here all to help. So use us, but also use your own notes to kind of maybe pick schools or take out schools off your list.
I think visiting campus is really important, but also take advantage of all of the virtual open houses and events info sessions that schools are having, especially if you're not able to get to those schools right away. Maybe attend a virtual event, and if you really enjoyed it, then definitely go check out that school if they're offering visits.
Everything that everyone already has said. I hate going last on this question because my answer is always the first taken. But also a piece of advice that I try to give is to also utilize your high school counselor. It's they're there as a resource for you. They should be fairly knowledgeable of a lot of institutions and some that you probably don't even have on your radar. So utilize them, ask them questions too, describe what you're looking for in a school and what major or anything like that. And they can also help give you suggestions with everything. So utilize them as a resource as well.
Excellent. Thank you all so much. So we are just about out of time for this session. So I want to say thank you for joining us. To our attendees, when you close this window, there will be a link to a quick survey, and we do appreciate your feedback. Also, this is just one of many different sessions happening as part of this college fair, so please do sign up for more. And you'll be able to find a recording of this session and others in about a week at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. So again, one more thank you to all of our presenters, and have a great rest of your evening. Thank you all so much.